Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about out-of-town women. You'll see a lot of them. Well, the dating apps, as well as if you're out and about. The thing about these out-of-town girls, I wouldn't say all of them, but you deal with a lot of women. You know what to look out for, or whatever. But for the most part, if you're, I don't know. If you're in Delaware, then you met a lady. She's from LA. She moved over there to your city. Automatically, you should be, you should be on your toes, man. You should be, your attendance should be up. A lot of times, these traveling women, they're pavement pounders, and they name been ran through the mud. Everybody. And they granddad had bent over, so now it's no turning back for her. She can no longer, no matter what she do, her name is dirty. Every guy recognize her. She's the town bicycle, whatever you want to use to describe her. So she's a chick that been completely ran through, passed around everybody in the city, in the town. Matter of fact, guys know her from 2 towns over. That's how bad she is. You got a lot of women like that. So her knowing that she won't be able to get a fresh start, she'll have to either just deal with it for the rest of her life, or obviously move to another city, another state, to where no one knows her, or the chances of someone knows her is like slim to none. Because unless she's been on the internet, for the most part, no one will know who she is. So a lot of them, they'll do that. They'll move to a different city. And I see a lot of them online or whatever. I mean, you meet them in person as well, but online I noticed that as well. Like, oh, I'm moving over here, I'm moving to Texas. I'm like, why do you have a profile up if you're not even here? And that's normally, if you're wherever you're at, that's where you're looking for a guy or whatever. It's that simple, but that's automatically, BS. They're living in Michigan. They said, oh, I'm moving to Texas in 2 months, like, whatever. But when you see that, I always ask them, oh, okay, what brought you over here? And then a lot of times they don't have a legitimate answer. Normally you can, like I said, man, you did enough females, that she a hoe or not, bro. You can just look at it and know automatically. So a lot of times they won't have a legitimate answer. The main thing, these hoes will say is that, oh, I'm just looking for a change. 100%, she's a hoe. Because they say that all the time, because they don't even think about why, like, come up with a lie to say why they moving, way across country or whatever. They just say, oh, I'm looking for a change. Something, you got some people, not just women, you got some people that'll move because of job opportunities, but if, that's how you catch them too. Because like I said, they don't, whatever, man. They don't be trying to plan nothing. They don't plan for the future. They just go wherever the wind takes them. So they'll say, oh, I'm just looking for a change. And if they didn't come for a job opportunity, they automatically a hoe. So they're going to say, oh, I just wanted a change in life. They're a hoe. And then she didn't come down here for a job opportunity. Not a job opportunity, for a job. I ain't saying come down here, you look for jobs. If you didn't come down here for a job, a job offer or whatever, then she a hoe as well. So guys, remember that when you out here dating these chicks, some guys probably get excited. Oh, she's from a different state. Yeah, it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Not saying all the time, but typically you have women that come from different states, and some of them they'll have family values, or they have the tools of the trade, to be in a relationship, and but that's not necessarily saying because she came from a different state she automatically gonna have it. But it's a sign, because again, certain like New York and Chicago, where it's pretty rough out there, women they will have a different personality. I'll say that. They have to carry themselves a certain way, and especially like in New York or whatever. I know it's as big as that city is. Well, it's probably not big. You get what I'm saying? As big as that city is, word gets around quick. So you have a lot of women, they won't tend to like just sleep around or whatever. Not saying they will or whatever. This is they know they get in trouble for it, then they'll be more weary about it. But again, It all come down to the woman, not necessarily how she was raised. You know, that has a lot to do with it. But again, you have some women who was raised in a great family household, but they out here got OnlyFans. They out here, you know, they out here working these corners. So don't automatically say, oh, she's from Cincinnati. She's a good girl. Like, no, I told you guys before. Don't judge them based off where they at. You know what I mean? Do the Carfax and you go from there. But yeah, that's typically stuff that you look for, man. You know, they want a fresh start. Obviously, you'll tell because, you know, a lot of them got high mileage. Well, all of them got high mileage, but, you know, you end up bending over, you'll tell if, you know, you'll tell what's going on with her, you know, with her box or whatever. But that's normally what it is. You got these women, they travel just town to town, state to state because they dirty their name. And then that's the thing too. I told you guys, man, you know, all habits die hard. They've been hoeing since the beginning. They're gonna keep hoeing. That's because they moved from different, you know, different state or different city. Don't mean they're gonna start over. They just want to go somewhere where nobody know who they are, so they can keep doing what they've been doing. They're not gonna change, bro. They're gonna keep doing it. That's the thing, you know. You're dealing with a chick who's been out there on the streets for so many years. She might want to change, but like I said, it's temporary. She might want a guy who has actual job or career, you know, something stable. But that's the thing about it. They already been compromised. They already been poisoned. So they're only gonna do that for a little bit. Then they're gonna go right back to their regular, you know, routine. It's like you going somewhere, you know, yo, I never heard of this spot. Let me go try it out. You know, you get this dish or whatever. You probably don't like, I don't know. You probably don't like fried catfish, but you like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try it. Okay, the catfish wasn't bad. It wasn't great. But will you go back to it again? Will you try it again? For the most part, most likely no. That's how the women act. You know, the ones, the pavement pounders, they just want something different. This is just for that time being. This for a limited time only. So they'll go try out that other kind of dude, the guy they supposed to be with, and then okay, all right, it's different, it's great and stuff, but I'm used to this. And they'll go right back to it. So that's all it is to it. So guys, I'm gonna give you another tip. When you out here dating these women, and I'm gonna say this too, some of you guys you get so caught up in her looks, or some of you guys don't have a lot of interaction with women. You know, you never been with. Not saying that's a great thing, but I'm gonna say this. Not saying sleeping with them, but you don't have a lot of experience with women. So you might run across a woman who's giving you the time of day. You just don't know what to do. You just get all excited, all this stuff like that. But if you know you run across a lady and she been, you know, a hoe and she been sleeping, you know, she a hoe. Don't think that, oh, you know, I'm gonna try to get her over to the good side. I'm trying to, you know, groom her and encourage her to come over to the good side. Nah, bro, you got it's positions, right? You got the poverty, you got the middle class, you got the rich. You know, it's levels to it. So if she's a hoe, whatever, if you're gonna entertain her, go ahead and entertain her, but keep her where she at, bro. Don't try to turn her into the housewife. Don't marry her or whatever like that. Don't do that, bro. Even though she say she don't want to live that life no more, she gave it up. Nah, man, if anything, you can kick with her, whatever you want to do, that's on you. Me personally, I won't waste my time with that. As I said, as you get older, stuff starts to change. You know, at the end of the day, no matter how old you are, whatever, it's all about the quality, not the quantity, man. So if you get you a good girl, like some of you guys, you'll find a good girl. It's not always the women doing it. It'll be the guys. Like, you know, you'll find a good girl at an early age, and I wanna sleep around, and you know, she a good girl, but I don't want her, whatever. I want all these fast girls, and you know, everybody opportunity comes at different times. I'm gonna say this too: not everybody gets a second chance for an opportunity. Some people only get that one shot. You miss it, it's gone forever. Some people get multiple shots, but it's up to you if you're gonna take that opportunity or not, because you can't base your opportunity off the next man, because he probably had one shot when he was 20 years old, ruined it, perfect lady for him, and now he over here dealing with these pavement pounders. With you might have several chances, but at the end of the day, it doesn't have a schedule. It's not like, you know, not trying to be rich and nothing like that, but it's not like God just comes to your dream and then give you a due date, like, hey, you gotta find a perfect girl at, you know, on the, you know, in 5 years or whatever, or I'm gonna give you X amount of chances for you to have that perfect girl. It don't work that way, bro. It's just how the universe works, man. And a lot of times, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's wrong for you to be sleeping around with a whole bunch of random women. But when the universe is giving you the opportunity to find you the right one, it's always gonna come. I don't want to say at the right time. I say this: it'll come at the right time, but not at the right time that you want it to come That's the best way to say it. So it'll come at the right time, but not at the right time that you want it to come. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta be a wise individual. But at the end of the day, it's not. It's you don't want to be out here chasing these loose women, bro. If you can get you a solid one right now, go ahead and get her. That's all I'm saying. But back to the topic. Be very cautious. Like I say, girls, cause they come from different cities, different states, they'll have their own little style to them or whatever like that. You know what I mean? Whether it's down south, up north, or whatever, East Coast, West Coast, they'll come with their own style, their own personality. That's the good part about it. But be very cautious that they're gonna be pavement pounders for the most part, man, because you gotta understand, no one's gonna move to a whole nother state, not even a city or town. No one's gonna move to a whole nother state just because, I want to change in life. They don't make any sense. You could have moved to another neighborhood for all that, but for you to pack up and then completely move over to another state, like that, she'll hold, bro. That's all it is too. Whether you want to believe it or not, you probably laying next to her right now. It's a high chance. I'm gonna say 98% out of 100 that she's a hoe. She's got a dirty name back at home. If anything, ask about her what she used to do back at her own, back at home. Ask her, let's go, if you dating or whatever. Yeah, say, hey, I want to go back to your home city or whatever. I want to check the place out or whatever. If she's so pressed on not wanting you to go over there, then that's what it is. A lot of them, they're not gonna bring you back because guess what? She's gonna expose herself to her old lifestyle. That's all it is to it. So that's a quick way you can find out. If she be out there getting bent over, ask her about where she from and I want to go visit this and that. Can you take me on a tour? Let her know that. And if she seems like she ducking and dodging whatever for that, that's all it is to it, man. Just go ahead and cut it loose. It's that simple. Cause especially a female, bro. Ain't no female gonna up and move just because. Nah, bro. Like I say, if anybody, most time they gonna move unless you living somewhere out in the sticks. You out there in the country, like you ain't got no Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Like you just way out there in the middle of nowhere. That's different. But you living in a regular old city, nah, man. Why you gonna visit? But I told you guys all the time, you gonna visit, but that don't mean you gotta move. That's a lot of these people doing right now. Like, oh my God, man, like, why everybody gotta move over here, bro? You gonna visit and go back, take your ass back home. But that's the thing too, if she don't have no legitimate reasons of why she moved to a whole nother city or state, she'll hold, bro. That's all it is to it. She just had her name was just so dirty to where she can't go nowhere without, this is what it is. She a neighborhood bicycle. So if you ask her, especially if nobody came down here with her parents or